Good morning. Happy Monday, you guys. I don't know what day of the week it is. I have been taking a break from wearing my smartwatch because I started to get like an indent from my from the band. And normally I think today is December 11th. And it's Monday morning. It is 8:48 and I am making a cup of coffee right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have been in a pretty serious mental funk the last few days. So when you're watching this video, I decided to compile my Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Vlogmas into one vlog because I wasn't feeling very chatty. I was doing some things, but I just didn't feel like vlogging. And that's okay. So I put that into one cute video that should have gone up at this point yesterday, I suppose, but today for me, I'm going to edit it later. On today's agenda, I am taking a half day from work because I have a couple of doctor's appointments this afternoon, and I didn't realize that I scheduled two on the same day within a few hours of each other. So I am going to enjoy a slow morning. Something I don't typically get to do all that often is work from my couch. So that is what I am planning to do this morning. I brought my laptop, my work phone downstairs. I got this new heated blanket. I don't know if I've talked about it yet, from Target, and I have been living in it. Oh my gosh, of course I've talked about it. Because I talked in my first couple of days about how I was excited that it got here. And when we first got back from vacation, Zach opened it up for me. And so, yeah, I've been basically living in it. It is, first of all, so soft. And I had a heated blanket before that wasn't as nice as this one. And I have to tell you, it was worth I can't quite say it was like an investment, but the quality of the blanket is so much nicer. I feel like the heat evenly distributes, whereas my other one just got very hot in certain areas, if that makes sense. So anyway, so I've been living in that. So I have that warming up on the couch right now. I've just refilled my water bottle. Oh, I didn't mention this yet, but I'm going to do an AeroPress this morning because we're trying to find, so we've got a coffee pot, which you've now seen for several mornings, and we've been using it pretty religiously, but this one particular, we've been trying to find ground beans that we really love. And so we tried this blend from Costco. And the first couple of cups we had were okay, but the last several days when we've made it in the coffee pot, it has been almost sour, and I don't quite know what's going on there. So I thought, since I already have some ground up over there, I would try it in an AeroPress to see if the method of brewing works a little better. I haven't AeroPressed in a while, so I'm going to do that. And the other thing that I'm going to do, as my water is about to start boiling, is I have meal prepped extra food for myself in times where I haven't gone to the store, or if I just need a really quick fast meal that I know is healthy and safe. So I have fallen in love with butternut squash soup, and I made a crap load of it a couple of weeks ago, and I froze the leftovers so I'd be able to have it for lunch. So I'm going to take this out on the counter and hope it defrosts a little, and then I'll just reheat the rest on the stove later. I don't remember where I found the recipe for that soup, but it's super easy. You basically get a butternut squash and you chop it up, and you get 1 or 2 russet potatoes and you chop it up and you add it to a pot with, hold on, I'm not even ready to make my coffee. Okay. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I can find it and link it in the description. But it's essentially butternut squash, potato, carrots, onions, I don't know if I put celery in it, and maybe garlic and broth. And you saute your holy grail veggies, and then you season with salt and pepper. And then all right, we'll see what happens here. Basically, you simmer everything until everything's tender, and then you blend it until smooth, and it is delish. So I've been eating it. It's a little bit thicker. It's kind of like a bisque, I might say. So sometimes I eat it as it is, but what I've also been doing to kind of like bulk it up is sometimes I saute more veggies, and I use it as like a base concentrate for a broth. So I'll add more chicken broth to it to thin it out, so it's like a brothier, more flavorful soup. It also stretches it a lot further, and then I'll add like rice, sometimes chicken, and then sometimes more like garlic, onion, celery, carrot. So I don't think I'll be doing that today. I'll probably be eating it as is, but very versatile. Had to share. I'm here to report that coffee in the AeroPress was much better. But I'm just really missing having a creamy coffee sometimes. And the oat milk is delicious, but it just doesn't always cut what I'm looking for. Anyway, I am gonna do some emails here, but you want to talk about some knitting? In yesterday's video, I showed a little clip of a couple of different things. My lady-in-law and I, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm curious to know if it is in last year's Vlogmas or not. Anyway, since we've moved back, we've realized that the lady-in-laws have all had in December some kind of what we call a grand day out. And last December, our grand day out happened to be during Vlogmas. And we went to a local art museum, and we went to lunch after. And when we were at the art museum, why do I feel like this was like December 4th? I think it might be December 4th. Anyway, we went to this art museum, and they have a really great gift shop. And so we always look around at all of like the local things and the handmade things after. And we found this felted Christmas tree. It was probably like 12 inches. Okay. And it was so beautiful. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've been thinking about this tree ever since, because it was way more than I would have paid for it. And my lady-in-law one of them went back to this museum a couple of months later, and it was still there and on like after holiday season clearance, and it was still a price that we didn't want to pay. And when I say a price we didn't want to pay, like I did a search for this. I'm pretty sure it was like felted wool. I did a search to see if I could find one similar, and there is a set of 3 on Wayfair for $700. So when I tell you it was a price we didn't want to pay, it's because it was expensive. Anyway, so we've been talking about what if we just figure out a way to like, I don't know, make a Joann Fabrics replica, make our own. So we went yesterday to Joann's, and we came up with a plan to try and recreate it ourselves as like a little lady-in-law craft day. So we spent the whole day plotting it out, making like a prototype out of like we cut the shape of the leaves that we wanted out of like a piece of paper and like magazine clippings. And so we taped them all over this like plastic or styrofoam cone that she had from like a previous Christmas something somebody made and gave to her, and it fell apart. Anyway, we spent the whole day planning our prototype, what colors we wanted. We went to Joann's to find all the things that we needed to like we picked out the felt colors. Then we went home and I cut out all of the little felt pieces according to our little, I can't remember what, like a template we cut out. And then my lady-in-law got her sewing machine out and she sewed the edges together, which I showed some clips of. We got through almost all of that, but at that point we had spent the whole day plotting that we and purchasing and prepping that we never got to the point where we could make it. So it was a very fun day. And it was also a rainy day, so it was a great day to be crafting. But we have decided that next weekend we're going to get together and finish the tree. So I have some other like goodie stuff that I bought from Joann's to make like a pom-pom tree and some other things. So I might get excited this week and maybe make some like Christmas crafts, which I thought would be really fun to do for the channel this week. And did I save this? I think so. Anyway, so we did that and it was so much fun. And I also took my advent calendar to her house so I could show her the days that I've opened already. And she has been really plugging away on her cozy comfort throw. Excuse me. She's really been plugging away on her cozy comfort throw, and it's looking really, really good. So I try to get a little clip of what hers looks like currently. She has started opening up the days until she can, and then she's hoping that she'll get as far as she can during December and finish it by like February. So that was a really fun day. I want to show you what I've been knitting on because I did get ahead a little bit on a couple of things. So this is my cozy comfort throw so far. I'm on my second color. And still been loads of fun. So I've just been plugging away on this. The other thing I've been doing though, I did pick up Zach's sock and I've made a lot more progress on it. So I think the last time you saw this, maybe I was still barely on this brown stripe. I knit a couple of stripes more on this. Very exciting, I know. But the most exciting part about this is that last night, oh my gosh, we have started watching Yellowstone. Okay, we needed to identify our winter binge watch show or series. And we've heard a lot of people talking about Yellowstone, and Zach watched a couple previews and was really interested in it. So we have been binge watching Yellowstone over the weekend as well. It took me quite a few episodes to get into, but I will say it's kind of like, it's got some unnecessary TV things in my opinion. So we've really been liking it, but it's also very dramatic and like lots of deaths that I don't always feel like are that necessary. And there's not enough comedic relief. Those are my criticisms of it. But I don't know. It's been pretty interesting. Anyway, we've been watching Yellowstone. So Saturday night we watched a ton of it and stayed up way too late. And then we also watched a couple of episodes last night. And so when we were watching that was when I was working on his sock. I got to the point where, I don't know, maybe I'm like 30 something rounds into the foot. I had him try this on. It fits. So I will say, he asked me if, and I had a feeling I was going to have this issue and I don't know how to correct it, but I'm going to finish this pair and then maybe for future pairs, I'll be able to figure it out. I guess let me know your knitting expertise if you have any thoughts on this, because it fits, like the leg fits and the heel fits and the foot fits, but he has a very skinny ankle. And he asked me when he tried it on if it was going to shrink because it fit everywhere, but it was really a little too baggy in the ankle. And I don't quite know how, like where I'm thinking is he probably needs like 64 stitches around the ankle, but he needs 68 stitches everywhere else. So maybe he'll just have to live with it. I don't know. I want him to have nice socks. So I don't know if there's some way to make it like 64 stitches to the ankle and then still have enough room in like the heel and like the gusset area. I don't know. I just don't know. But I think it fits enough. So I'm just going to keep cruising. I'm going to make him 2 pairs. Well, I'm going to make him 2 socks, 1 pair with 68 inches. So I'm going to keep going on this. I'm thinking I probably need at least 1 more full round of like the 6 stripes before the toe. And then we'll see. So I'm just going to keep plugging away. Hopefully have a finished sock this week so that I can really, really hurry up and get the next one done so I can give them to him for Christmas. So that is my knitting so far. I actually was looking at patterns over the weekend for these socks, and I can't remember now if I decided to knit a Crazy Sock Lady pattern. I was looking at a couple of Crazy Sock Lady patterns that I hadn't knit before that were already in my Ravelry stash. I don't know if it was Rhinebeck Roomies or Morning Coffee Socks. Maybe it was the Morning Coffee Socks. I was going to look over that pattern and see if I'm going to do the Morning Coffee Socks or if I'm just going to stick with like my original plan of like a 3x1 rib. I think the Morning Coffee Socks were something like that. Anyway, I want to get at least one of Zach's socks done. So eventually I'll cast on these Christmas socks. However, I want to open today's yarn. I brought my advent calendar downstairs with me so I don't have to move around. And I don't think I showed yesterday's yarn at all. So I'll show you that today. And we are indeed, it's really hard to tell. It's a little more purple than brown. I don't know why these are presenting more brown than they actually are. 11, it's getting messy in here. Sorry, Zach just texted me. Anyway, okay. Okay, so this is getting darker. The subtleness of the fade, a lot of it is coming from this, like the speckling. Oh my God. I'm really not kidding. You need to go look on the Fiber Fox's Instagram if you can and look in her tagged photos to see if anybody has tagged her in a project that they're knitting with this. Because I know I keep saying this, but seeing it knit up, it is the most seamless fade I have ever seen. Seamless. Seamless. It is beautiful. Hello. I have just gotten back home from my chiropractor appointment, and it is Monday, which means it's my weekly checkup on my gallbladder and other things. So I am actually my last supplement of the week. So I am going to try and sort out my pills for the next 7 days to see if I'm about to run out of any, so that I can make sure I pick up a new bottle of whatever it is that I need, so I don't run out next week. So exciting. And I'm having a chips and salsa snack while I do it. I started editing my Vlogmas. I got all the footage from the weekend uploaded earlier today. I was able to get, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes of it edited before I had to leave for the chiropractor. So when I come back home, I'm probably going to edit that so I get it uploaded and everything's Gucci. Okay, my supplements, I'm all Gucci. I have about 30 minutes till I need to leave. So I'm going to finish the book I was supposed to read this week. I got through most of it, but I have a few pages left. So I'm going to finish that now, just relax a little bit. And honestly, I'm probably going to call it a night here. By the time I get back from my doctor's appointment, I'm gonna have to finish editing the video to go up tonight, and we'll probably have some dinner. And other than that, I'm still feeling like I'm a little bit in like of a mental health funk, and I'm probably just gonna knit and relax and maybe watch some more Yellowstone. And that's gonna be it for me. So thanks for tuning in for another day of Vlogmas, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.